Hey guys, this is Prince from Ledger CS,
And this is Dan from Ledger CS. Welcome back, guys.
and we are here for 1 hour to take your questions and answer them live. So if you have any questions regarding Ledger or maybe NFTs, cryptos, or market in general, then you can just drop your questions in the chat, and then me and Dan will pick them one by one and answer them in live.
Yeah, absolutely. And there is quite a few questions in the chat. Maybe we can start.
First one is, hello, I would like to ask, it's from Adventurous, they are saying, I would like to ask how can I download file to give my crypto experts for my taxes, and what shouldn't I share to avoid scam and be safe?
There is different ways to do it, right? Just in Ledger Live, you have in the Discover section here, there is a tax
Zen Ledger
app. Yeah, Zen Ledger.
or Coin Ledger. Not associated with Ledger in any way. But
Right, yeah. So Zen Ledger, you can use Zen Ledger.
yeah.
But I think you need to create an account. Although, yeah, so you can get started for free. So that's one way to do it. A second way would be to create an export of your transactions. So you can go into, I think, accounts. Yeah, so settings,
Operation history.
accounts, operation history, and then you select whatever accounts you want the transaction history for, and then you send that to your accountant or the tax office.
Yep. So either you can use the apps that we have inside our Ledger Live app to do your taxes, or you can definitely export the transaction history, and then you can get your files for the taxes.
Okay.
Next is Peter is asking, hey, hi there, Greta from Holland. Okay, there was a long question. How come
It was Greta.
when I see Solana up 7.6%, then I see my Sol account and Ledger and it says 3% up? Doesn't make any sense to me.
That's probably some discrepancy between
Synchronization issue.
sync issue. Yeah. I wonder, Greta, what you're talking about, like if she's talking about this or like the portfolio here. But generally, if it's a sync issue, as Prince was saying, that happens a lot, right?
From time to time.
Ledger Live gets bad data, either the price data is wrong or but it's usually the price data, honestly. You can go into settings, then help, and you clear the cache just like this. That will force the app to resynchronize data with the blockchain, including price data, and typically that would solve the issue. So just let us know if that answers the question. But you also have a question with the swap. I can't swap my FTT anymore.
So FTT is...
That was the FTX token back then, I think.
Okay, yeah, so that token is not... yeah.
Have we? Well, it should be.
Yeah, so all the FTT tokens are locked in the circulation, and I think that's why you will not be able to swap your tokens anymore.
Okay.
Since the token contract is being locked itself by the owner, so...
Okay. Yeah, that probably has to do with FTX. Yeah, just crashing. Yeah. So Peter, you might want to double check that, and I'll share the page that Prince was sharing on his computer.
CoinGecko.
You were on CoinGecko?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think in Coin's market cap it's...
Okay, let's try. FTT. If that's the coin you have in mind, so the FTX token.
Yeah.
Here you go. That's the same message. I think the FTX bankruptcy proceedings are underway. The FTT token no longer has any use. May be liquidated by the estate to pay creditors. Please proceed with caution, and that's probably why like a lot of the application that like swap service providers in Ledger Live no longer list the tokens.
Yeah.
You might want to try a DEX, potentially 1inch or pair swap, because they are smart contracts, so they will probably let you swap FTT for a different token. The problem is there a market for it? So even if you can swap the token, you might not be able to find someone that gives you a good price for it. So just keep that in mind as well. But yeah, I would go into the Discover section and try 1inch or pair swap and see if you can swap that way. But you might not get like a very good price for it.
Or any price at all.
Or any price, yeah, true.
Next, we have a question from a German user. Is saying, when I open Ledger Live stream, start Ledger Live as administrator, I do not understand. So maybe you can show what does it mean?
Oh.
How would it like to run in admin mode?
Oh, in admin, yeah, for sure. So you would need Ledger Live, for example, here. So you go into your app file, you find Ledger Live here, and you right click more, and then you run as administrator. That's all.
So yeah, when you're using a Ledger Live on Windows PC, then you definitely need to start your app on administrator mode, and then you'll be able to go through the genuine check and add your apps and install your accounts on your computer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can do it on my computer because it's a company computer, so I cannot run anything as admin. That's why you got like an error on the screen, but you should be able to do it just fine. Unless you're using a company computer, in which case like you might not be able to do it.
Next is Pokisan is asking, why is there issues with Polkadot staking on Ledger Live?
There are some issues, right?
Yeah, with 279, I think some people are facing issues with Polkadot nominations. Some of them are not seeing active nominations, even though they are getting rewards on it, guys. So it's just a bug that we are trying to fix on Ledger Live. So for now, you guys, you can use Talisman wallet with your Ledger device to manage Polkadot staking and other transactions that you would like to do, in case there are some issues with Ledger Live. So I'm going to link the article here, Pokisan, so you can check it out, and there's always a workaround that we can use to manage our dots.
It would be interesting, Pokisan, if you could describe the issue you're facing, because we know that there is an issue because we're getting some inbounds, but the issue seems to be a little different for some folks, and the more data we have about the issue, the better. So if you could tell us like what's happening, like do you see your nomination in orange? Is that one of the issues you're getting? Are you able to nominate as well? Are you not getting the list of validators? So if you could just expand a little bit on what's happening, that will also help other users. Yeah.
Next is Flipper is asking, using Ledger Live with Windows 10 and 11, don't have vertical sliders. Last item in the menu is card. Also cannot find display in setting to change the size of the window.
Vertical sliders at all. Okay. Oh, I know why. Because I had the same issue. It's because there's actually scrolling here. I think, like, first of all, the 279 actually restricted the way you can, you can resize the app. But if this is what you're seeing here, right? So you only have the card available. You can actually scroll down using your mouse like this, and that will reveal the rest of the options. So see, like, there's a slider here, but it's just not visible. But it's here. And then if you want to resize, so the way I do it, I would, on Windows at least, I would press Alt and space, like this, and then I would just maximize like that. That's one way you can get the app to have the proper size.
Not a Windows user, so no.
Yeah, it doesn't affect Mac users, right? You guys fine. But yeah, on Windows it's a little funky. So yeah, again, like you can scroll down that list here.
Yeah. Next is Julian and Tanisha McCrae is asking, please explain blind signing and clear signing when using MetaMask.
Okay.
Go for it.
I'll give it a go. Okay, so blind signing, like its name suggests, is a situation where you're about to sign a transaction with your Ledger device, right? Your Ledger device is connected to MetaMask or a third-party wallet, and then you look at the screen on the device, and instead of information about the transaction, such as how many ETH, the smart contract address, what type of transaction you're about to make, is it a transfer, is it a swap, this kind of stuff, instead you get just, random numbers and letters and something that you cannot understand on your device. This is blind signing. So it's just it's a display issue where you don't know what you're about to sign, right? And so the opposite would be clear signing, where you get the same transaction, but this time the transaction says on the screen where it says, okay, you're about to swap ETH for that token, and the recipient contract will be that address, and the transaction will have this number, and so on and so forth. And so, of course, clear signing is safer than blind signing because you know exactly what you're about to do. And the best way to clear sign is to stay within Ledger Live, right? But if you start not using Ledger Live, then you will get into more and more blind signing situations.
Yes. Next is Andy is asking, I bought a ledger to store crypto, haven't touched it for 2 years. Any preparation, example, update software if I want to use it now? So Andy, you can do a complete update of entire setup. So I'm going to link the Help Center article that's going to explain the steps which you can follow to update the entire setup. And once you are everything is updated, you can definitely then install the crypto apps on your device and add different crypto accounts in Ledger Live to manage your assets.
Okay, cool.
Next is Hydrax saying, "Hi, how do you store Terra Luna Classic on a Ledger Nano?"
He was in the chat yesterday as well. Sorry, here, Drax. Like we didn't manage to get your question yesterday. It's possible, but you'll need to use a third-party wallet called Rebel Station. I think you need to connect your Ledger device to it.
Yeah, Terra Station.
Terra
Maybe
Terra
it was,
Station. Yeah.
It was like Rebel Station now, I guess. But I guess that's for Loon C. I guess not for Loon.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna list the article that you can use to secure your Luna with your Ledger device. Next is Ajay is asking, "Hi, when support for Solana SPL tokens?" I guess he's asking if in Ledger Live.
Yeah, we don't know. It's in the works. I think that's fair to say. You know,
The feedback has been definitely escalated to our dev team, and then they're aware about it. It's just that it's gonna take some more time once they have more bandwidth to add the support for SPL tokens and maybe Solana NFTs in future.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah.
Ben is asking any update on stacks for now.
Yes, Ben. So if you pre-ordered, then you got an email. So go check your email. And the next time you get an email from us, that will be an email that tells you when your device will be shipped and your batch number as well. So yeah, just if you got this email, wait for our next email.
Okay.
The next one is from Vasu V. The question is, which third-party API Ledger Live desktop will use to scan the address gaps for the XPub key? Which third-party API will use to scan the address gaps for the XPub key? I actually am not sure.
If it's the Bitcoin one, then I think you can just connect your Ledger device to Electrum, and then it will see all the addresses that are linked to your XPub. So if you're trying to find all the addresses, then you can find using Electrum.
Yeah, you can do that. Another way would be to use like something like
the XPub scanner.
With the XPub scanner, yeah. So we do have documentation here, and this will teach you how to grab an XPub and like derive all the public keys from that XPub. So I'll just drop this in the chat for you. Now, if you want a specific API that we're using in Ledger Live, that I can probably find somewhere. It might be in our GitHub repo somewhere as well. So there is a repo for everything. All the code for Ledger Live is on a repo called Ledger HQ, and that's, it's open source, so you can go and check that out. But yeah, for now, I'll just drop this this in the chat for you. What was the name again?
Vasu.
Vasu, yeah. So Vasu, just check the link. And again, if you want the exact API that Ledger Live is pinging, then you'll probably need to go take a look at the GitHub.
Yeah. Next is Rakesh is asking, when can we add Kaspa wallet to Ledger? Currently, we can only go to Kaspa website and connect the wallet to see the portfolio. Yeah, so Rakesh, that's because Ledger does not, like Ledger Live app does not support this network as for now. So for now, you can only use Kaspa website and connect your Ledger device to view and manage your tokens. Of course, when you're using your device with the Kaspa website, you're still just using the interface. The private keys are secured offline on the device, so it's still a safe way to use it. Of course, in terms of convenience, it's not very convenient to use different apps for different crypto assets. So maybe in future, we can escalate this feedback to our dev team, and then in future, they can bring Kaspa to Ledger Live without using any third-party app or wallet.
Okay.
Next is Linda is saying, I recently installed my Ledger for use after buying it 6 months ago. When I came to Bluetooth connection, I couldn't install Bluetooth on my phone. And can I do update on my Nano X using my phone? So yeah, I think
it's best that we share like a guide, right? Because there's a lot of things you need to check, Linda.
Yep.
It could be on your phone, the issue could be on your phone, but the issue could be on the Ledger device. That is, like Bluetooth needs to be manually activated on the device, so that may be something that you missed.
Yeah, and also you can not update the firmware by iPhone because you cannot connect it with the USB cable because of the iPhone's restrictions on Apple's Lightning port. If you're an iPhone user, you have to connect your Ledger device to Ledger Live desktop app on a PC, computer, or Mac or Linux, and then you'll be able to update the firmware of your device.
Yeah, because you can only do it via cord. Right?
Yeah, via USB. So.
Yeah.
And Linda, you can try the troubleshooting steps mentioned in our guide here, and then maybe that will fix your Bluetooth pairing issues that you might be having with your ledger.
It's important that you do the troubleshoot very carefully, do each step sequentially because they are ordered for a reason. So try that and let us know if that works. If not, we'll just guide you through the next steps.
Adventurous is asking, which one do you think is worth it for swapping, on Ledger Nano or Trust Wallet or Exchange?
Swapping, I guess it depends.
It depends, depends on your convenience. If you want to save on fees and then use the exchange to swap your tokens, you can send them to an exchange and swap them from there. And you can also directly swap it from Ledger Live because it's easier, and then you know that your funds are directly going to land in your Ledger account rather than transferring it twice using an exchange or a third-party service.
Yeah, and we've got quite a bit of options in Ledger Live as well. For example, if you want to do a decentralized swap, you can get them here. Although I've noticed the swaps, the quotes are loading quite slowly. But if you don't get the quote from here, you can go to the Discover section here, go to 1inch, and here you've got a DEX. So decentralized swapping, but that only supports a few blockchains. But if you don't mind using a centralized provider, then you can use Changely as well.
Next is Mike is saying, do you customer service have a phone number, please? So Mike, we do not offer a phone support. This is the closest which you can get to having a live support or phone support. So if you have any questions, you can drop it in the chat, or you can also reach out to us via our website, where you can go to support.ledger.com, and then you can open a ticket using contact us button on the bottom right. So, and for security reasons, we do not offer phone support because someone can pretend to be a Ledger support person and scam our users from their funds. So.
Watch out for scams, guys, right? If someone is pretending to be from Ledger, calling you on the phone, they will most likely ask you for your recovery phrase, and if they do, that's a huge red flag. If they get your recovery phrase, your 24 words that the device provided to you when you set it up, if someone gets that, they'll be able to drain your funds and steal your money, right? Even if they don't have access to your device. So be super, super careful.
Flipper is saying, thanks, just tried sliding it on the left, it doesn't work. Also wanted to make Ledger Live a smaller window. So he was
Yeah, but I've noticed that you can't, this is the smallest it gets. And it's only since that version, the latest version, that you can do this. So maybe that's what you're facing. But the slider here, let's try sliding on the left. Doesn't work. I wonder, are you using a mouse with one of those wheels? Because that's what I use, right? Because I don't actually have a slider here. But if you have a mouse with a wheel, then you can do it. Or if you have a trackpad, you can use both buttons. If you're on Mac, for example, and you can move up and down like this, and that will work as well. Even on Windows, that should work, the two finger thing.
Next is Andy saying thanks. Welcome, Andy. Ajay is asking, when I send SPL token like USDC from supported wallet, to verify the transaction, it shows the token address, not the Solana main address, and sometimes it's confusing.
That's normal.
Yeah, it will show all the details regarding your token, not only your address. So it might be, it's possible that you might be getting a little confused. But as long as you can see that your Solana address it should be coming out in one of the fields, and if you're able to verify it on your device, then you're good to go.
I just want to follow up on Flipper. He says no mouse is on laptop. Okay, so if you don't have a mouse, let's say, okay, this is what you see, right? So this is what, as much as you can see, right?
The scroll would be there,
Yeah,
but
so this scroll works. And this one you can access with the trackpad, right? So I'm using the trackpad right now. So you can do it, right? But here, you won't see the trackpad here. There is no slider. So you'll have to use two fingers, right, on the trackpad, and then you move up and down. And this is how you can do it. Or you'll have to invest in a mouse, I think. But it is true that it's less convenient because
Or you can download Ledger Live mobile app, and then you can use it with the phone without even mouse and computer if you want to do that.
Yeah, fair.
Next is Poki-san is saying, on my Ledger Live mobile, Polkadot not showing enough bonded, no active nominations, can't nominate new ones, but I'm still getting rewards as of yesterday. So I think it's a visual bug. But our teams are working on it. But Poki-san, you can do one thing. You can reach out to our team via support page and share your mobile logs so that we can escalate this to our dev team, and then we can start investigating the issue.
Yeah, it does help that you described your issue, though. So thank you for that, man.
Next is Iray is asking, when will QRDO
Credo, yeah.
open ledger
Yeah.
support arrive? I think we don't have it.
Credo. That's a coin, right? No, Credo. That used to be a dApp, I think.
It could be a
It might be a coin in a dApp actually.
Yeah.
I've heard of the project, but I'll take. Prince is checking this. I'll take the next question. So Vasu again. How do I integrate third-party blockchain API to my scan wallet gaps? Oh yeah, okay. So we talked about this. So the next question was JO. Unless Prince, you've got
Chatting Open is the name of the token, I guess.
Credo. Oh, they've rebranded, I think, right? Like Credo was the I think I saw that on Twitter.
Oh yeah, maybe.
I think Credo might actually be a dead project. I think maybe they have rebranded it to something different.
We'll find it.
Prince is still checking, so I'll take the next question. That's JO is asking, please, do Ledger devices include Ledger Live updates automatically or not? It's difficult to follow updating both the firmware and others and versions in both Ledger device and Ledger Live manual updates. Yeah, so the answer is no. And the reason it's a it's a question of design and philosophy of design. And Ledger has this philosophy where, as a user, you're always free to refuse an update, right? So we don't force updates on you. That includes the firmware updates and also Ledger Live updates. Although now, like Ledger Live has this convenience where if there is a new update, it will download it in the background, and when you relaunch Ledger Live, it will update automatically, which is good, but you can always go back to previous versions. And so for now, yes, it is a bit more work, but it's also like, a design philosophy where we want to put you in charge of deciding when you want to do the updates or not. But to be honest, like whenever a firmware update is available, you should always update because they bring more security and features to your device. Same for the apps. If that can help, Jo, we do have documentation here that will show you how to do a complete update of your setup. And by complete update, I mean like Ledger Live, the firmware, and the app, right? This is like the correct order to update. So you can bookmark this link here somewhere and just refer to it whenever you need to update anything. But I don't think this is something that is going to change drastically. Prince, any chance with
Yeah, I think we don't support it yet, but we can escalate this to our team, and then maybe in future we can add the support for this token.
Okay.
Next is, which was the last one you took?
AJ, yeah. Oh, AJ Kumar.
AJ,
thanks. Too fast, too slow says we missed his question. Oh, when will you add 0x AI to Ledger Live? We did miss his question.
Yeah,
sorry for that.
Yeah, because the YouTube keeps on too fast, too slow. When will you add 0x0 AI to Ledger Live? Okay, is there a token or a coin? 0x0 AI.
Prince will go back on Gecko to do some research.
Similar, yes.
Making you work today.
It is a token, yes. Nowadays there are so many tokens that you don't know.
AI smart contract.
Yeah, so it's on Ethereum. So I guess it could be supported. Is it about support or no?
Good question.
It is supported.
It is supported.
But what is the question was?
So the question is,
when will you add? So yeah, we can. There's no need to add. Basically, too fast, too slow. You just need to. We can send your token to your Ledger Ethereum address, and then they'll be visible under your main Ethereum account. Try sending a small test amount first, just to make sure, and then once your test amount is visible correctly inside Ledger Live Ethereum account, you should be able to see your tokens just in that address.
Yep.
Okay, next is
SA80K.
When will you drop? Okay.
Scroll down a bit. Yeah, that one.
Okay. Hello guys, good afternoon. I have acquired a lot of Rweave and Rune in exchanges, and I want to transfer it to Ledger, but how? Any help? So SA80K, if you are a Nano X user, you won't be able to secure Rweave tokens because they are not supported with a Ledger Nano X. But if you are a Nano S Plus or Nano S, if you're still a Nano S user, then you can definitely send your create a Ledger RV address using RV web wallet, and with your Ledger device, of course. And then you can create a Ledger address, and then you can send your tokens to this address. And for Rune, if you're talking about Bitcoin Rune, I guess, or if it's like the Thor.
I think it's the Thor chain, unless you're talking about Bitcoin runes, but I think it's probably the Rune tokens.
Yeah, so basically these two tokens which are referred like RV and Rune are supported by a Ledger device, but they are not supported by the Ledger Live interface. So in that case, you will need to use the third-party interface with your Ledger device. And then Diana is going to, I think, link to the article for.
I've dropped 2 links for you, and the first one is for Arweave, the second one is for Rune. Unless you're talking about Bitcoin runes, we have different documentation about that as well.
Yeah, just let us know if it's the one you're looking for. Vasu is saying thanks, so welcome. Jo is saying require user to go through a lot of process as he has to remove and add third-party wallet again. Besides, better if update is automatic. Please provide detailed response and steps to follow.
That was about like automatic updates of Ledger Live and the firmware and everything. So we've answered this question. I think Jo was like, he also said like, if I decided not to update my Ledger device in Ledger Live with the latest update, will my Ledger device continue working to allow me to sign transactions with third-party wallets such as MetaMask and Phantom? The issue with that is like, if you do not update your Ledger device in Ledger Live, right, you will not get the latest features. And then meanwhile, you've got Phantom and MetaMask automatically updating in the background, right? Every time you refresh your browser, the latest version of MetaMask and Phantom will pop. And then of course, they will continue adding some features. So if you don't update your Ledger, eventually your Ledger, it might take a few months, but eventually your Ledger will run into more and more connection issues with Ledger, MetaMask and Phantom. So that's why we always encourage users to just keep your Ledger device, Ledger Live, everything, the firmware, the apps, up to date. Same thing for the extensions. Okay, this is how you guarantee best usability and also security.
Next is Sidar is saying, if I lost my 24-word seed phrase, is there a way to recover my coins without using a second ledger, example, a software wallet? Yes, you can do it. Of course, it's not going to be as safe as using a ledger device, but you can do it on a software wallet that is BIP39 compatible software wallet. And I'm going to link a guide that we have on how to export your accounts via your recovery phrase to a third-party wallet, so you can use. And there's also a list of compatible wallets that you can use to recover your assets. Vasu is saying, how can we connect Doge full node to Ledger like Bitcoin?
You can't do it right now. Yeah. You have to use Ledger's Doge node through Ledger Live.
Next is Numax official is asking, hey guys, I really want to buy a Ledger Stacks. Don't want to use 2 buttons on NanoX. When will it be available? That will be much faster to use touchscreen version. Lovely, thanks. So yeah, for now it's still under production. Basically, we're still working on it. And if you want to order it, you can still order it, but you can order it via you can buy an NFT on OpenSea, and then you can redeem it and get a position on the spot of like how many orders we have pre-ordered basically, and then you will be able to get the device as soon as it starts shipping basically. But for now, we don't have an exact ETA on when it's going to happen. So yeah, stay tuned on our social pages because we'll definitely make some announcements once we go live.
Nice.
Kaiden is asking, Kaiden the AI, when are the other NFTs like Solana, BTC, ADA, Sui going to be visible in Ledger? That's a lot of...
We'll just send that to our engineers, but that's a lot of integration. It's going to happen eventually, right? Everything will come into Ledger Live eventually, but that's a lot of work. Just integrating Solana NFTs requires like a lot of engineering bandwidth, making sure the UX is good, it's safe. So typically Ledger Live will always be a little behind those features because we're trying to do so many things and we only have so many engineers around. So that's why, part of the Ledger experience is also to use third-party wallets that have like some custom features. So for example, for BTC, if you want to store ordinals or runes or inscriptions and BRC20 tokens in your Bitcoin account and manage them with your Ledger device, then you need to use a third-party wallet. So for example, that would be Xverse or Lather, right? But yeah, it's still part of the Ledger experience for now. But with time, all these features will eventually be integrated into Ledger Live.
Yeah, until then, but it's safe to use a third-party wallet.
Yeah, it's always safe. Like Xverse, give it a try. For Bitcoin runes, Leather as well is pretty good. We've got documentation. You just go on the help center at support.ledger.com and you type runes, and yeah, you'll get like 2 articles here that discuss like how to store runes with your Ledger device.
Okay, next is Kipi asking, hello guys, questions about Ledger Live. Currently there are 2 Beam tokens. Is the Beam ranking 60 is the format merit circle because it has a different icon?
Oh yeah.
Oh, so we need to check it because there are a lot of the same ticker.
Yeah, it's Beam Binance Smart Chain and Beam Ethereum, I think.
Yeah, so that's why they are 2 different chains.
Yeah.
But it could be a different beam as well because there are 2 beams which I can see. So one is 68, which is like MC, and yes, that is supported in Ledger Live. So that is the one you are seeing in your Ledger Live app, basically.
Okay.
Because if we see the token, the contract matches for Binance Smart Chain and
Okay.
on Ethereum. So it's the one, yes. So number 68 one.
So that's the project Merit, right?
But if you go down, if you scroll down, you see one more beam. Yeah, light beams.
Light beams. Oh wow. Okay.
So this is not the same one, but the one which you saw on top, that is the same beam.
2 beams. Oh, and this one. Oh, I see what he means. Like it has the same. Okay.
Yep.
It does have the same
Ticker. Yes.
We need
Next.
to change the logo for sure.
Yep.
It's confusing.
The next one is from. There are so many screens. Okay. Numax is also when USDC and USDT staking will be available on Ledger Live.
So I think, I don't know, it's USDC staking is kind of a weird concept because staking is typically for coins, like you help a network produce new blocks by staking some amount of native coins. So you can do it on Solana with Sol, you can do it on Cardano with ADA and so on and so forth. But with tokens such as USDT and USDC, those are just tokens, right? So they cannot typically be staked. However, there are some workarounds and there are some ways to get yield on stablecoins, but those are not staking per se. So for example, you could get, what's the name of that? I think there is a stablecoin called Athena that carries a yield, and then it's a coin on Ethereum, and you can send it to your Ethereum account. I think it's called USDE, the letter E, USDE, and that's a stable coin. I mean, it's not a stable coin actually, so do your own research, but it's a synthetic dollar with a yield. So that's the closest thing you can get to staking on US dollar. Otherwise, you can do something like lending, right? So you can go into a smart contract and you lend your USDT. Someone will borrow it on the other side and just do whatever they want with it, and you'll get a yield for providing this service. But again, this is not staking, right? So it has different security assumptions. So do a little more research, I think, when it comes to that.
Next is Ire asking, QRDO has changed its name to Open and it has not been updated on Ledger Live yet. So yeah, I just saw it, and even though the token is supported, but the ticker is still the old one, the QRDO. So we will escalate this to our team and we'll get it modified with a new token name and symbol. Linda is saying, thank you for answering my questions. Welcome. Frederick is asking, can XTC network be added to Ledger Live? So for now, no, because it's not supported by Ledger Live interface. For now, you need to connect your Ledger device to XTC wallet and manage your tokens using their interface. But maybe in future, because we already escalated this request to our dev team, so maybe in future we can be seeing to add this network in Ledger Live. Flipper is saying thanks for the help. Welcome, Flipper. Mike is saying be careful with Ledger. 700,000 of Ethereum chain swap disappeared after clicking scam links. And yeah, sorry to hear that, Mike. But yeah, like even as soon as you click on any scammy link and sign a transaction, or maybe even try to just enter your private keys over there, then that's it. That scammer will just drain your funds and access your accounts.
And Mike as well, like if you give someone your recovery phrase, then they will be able to access your accounts. If you took a picture of your recovery phrase, some people do this, or like you backed it up in a password explorer, a password manager. Now there's a digital copy of your recovery phrase that might have leaked to some malware on your computer. I mean, there's many ways to get scammed that way, but it always ties back to most of the time to the recovery phrase, or sometimes it's because you sign a transaction giving a smart contract access to your accounts or like certain assets within your accounts. This is a different type of scams, but yeah. So that's what we tell, especially people that are new. I'm not sure if that's your case, but people that are new to Ledger and self-custody, it's better that they stay within Ledger Live for until they get more familiar with the dangers of blind signing, for example, and also they learn how to custody their private keys securely, because it's not easy to keep private keys without falling for a scam. We try our best to do some education, but if you give it to someone, or if someone has access to it, then they can drain your accounts.
Crypto Ghost PH saying, when will Ledger partner with Xforce or any other Bitcoin Rune wallet? I'm experiencing many issues in minting through Magic Eden with my Xforce wallet.
Oh yeah, you can use Ledger instead. We know about this issue with Xverse, but you can use.
There is another third-party wallet which is called Leather Wallet, which is a weird name for a wallet, but I guess
this one. Yeah, this one should let you
connect to Magic Eden, mint your Rune.
I'll link that for you. I'll link the article.
Crypto Ghost.
Crypto Ghost, yes.
Yeah.
PH.
Yes.
PH.
Tider is saying, thanks for the answers, welcome. Jo is asking, please confirm, can I remove and re-add Ledger wallet accounts via third-party wallets, like MetaMask, Phantom, etc.? Please confirm, can it be removed, added or removed easily? So basically, yes, you can remove and re-add your accounts in any third-party wallet, basically. As long as your device has the same 24-word seed phrase, it will like add the same accounts on any different wallet interface that you use. So, of course, as long as you have the 24-word seed phrase secured on the device, which is linked to the account that you're trying to access, then you will be able to add and delete the accounts anytime you want. Basically, when you're adding and deleting an account, you're only deleting and adding in that interface, that account will always remain on the blockchain forever. Like, you cannot delete accounts from the blockchain. So even if you by mistake you've deleted from Ledger Live, for example, or MetaMask, then you can again just connect your device and click on the buttons that you have to use and add the account, and again, that's it. Genome is asking, I am the one having issues on near transactions. So yes, there are some issues regarding near, and like basically our nodes are having some issues. Of course, not all users are facing it, but some users are facing some issues when they're trying to send or stake their near. So basically, if you're facing this issue, Genome, you can don't worry, you can still use a third-party app. For example, you can use a Sender wallet, or you can use my Near wallet and send your token or unstake your tokens if you're looking to do that. I'm going to link a Help Center article for how to connect your Ledger device safely to Sender wallet. So give it a try, and I think that should help you out.
And we know about this issue and we're working on it, but I think Near is also a victim of its popularity, like in the sense that a lot of people are using the Near network because the price has been pumping a lot. And so, I mean, that's leading to a lot of issues with broadcasting transactions as well. But the fault is also on us, to be clear.
Yeah. But again, connecting Ledger device to the third-party wallet is completely safe, guys. So as long as you're not importing the 24-word seed phrase inside any website or app, it's completely safe. Just connect your Ledger device to your PC, and there will be a Connect Hardware Wallet button with all the compatible apps, and you'll be able to, just follow the process and add your accounts. Mike is saying Near takes longer. Yes. Clippy is saying thank you for your answer. Yes. Welcome. Crypto Ghost is saying thank you very much. Welcome, Crypto Ghost. Genome is saying thank you. Very welcome. Crypto Ghost is saying, will Ledger as a company do an airdrop to Ledger wallet users, example Solana and FTs? It's a way to engage with the Xforce wallet users.
No, we won't do this. No. For two things. For philosophical reasons, like Ledger is now a company that does an airdrop. We don't need like a token, basically, because we're here to provide tools to create private keys, right? Not to sell the token or anything like that. The second thing would be, from a technical point of view, there is nothing that distinguish a ledger account to another account on the blockchain, right? So there is nothing that you can, I mean, it's not like we know which accounts are ledger accounts or not. So we would not have the technical capacity to airdrop a token to ledger users, even if we wanted to, which we don't, to be clear. So no, sorry. no airdrop, but keep using ledger. It's a good product, but there will not be an airdrop.
Yeah, but if you want to be part of the community, then you can also like get an NFT on open market, on OpenSea basically, which is like a ledger community pass. And we do have like some raffles and some NFT giveaways that we do from time to time. So if that's something that you're looking for, then you can definitely join our Discord server, and then we can hook you up from there. That's it.
Prince is on the server.
Sometimes
Discord.
Next is saying, Crypto Ghost is saying this is noted. Okay. ADT code. Any news about Sol unstake problem?
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah, some users are facing this issue, ADT code. But if you are not able to unstake your assets via Ledger Live, then don't worry. You can connect your Ledger device to Solflare wallet or Backpack, the third-party wallet specifically designed for Solana, and you can definitely unstake your tokens from there. Again, it's not only us, because the network is supremely congested because of the bot attacking the network and spamming them basically. So yeah, if the transaction doesn't go through in one go, then you might have to do it from time to time basically.
Yeah.
Olivier is asking, how is Stacks beta going? It's going really well. There's a lot of testing going on our end, and then we're getting a lot of feedbacks. So for now, everything is going well, and we're just waiting for you to come to you with some more good news as soon as possible, guys.
For sure. Keep an eye on your inbox for emails.
Adventurous is saying, is using a third-party wallet safe, because I don't have any crypto that needs that. So yeah, in that case, you don't need to use that. Third-party wallets are mostly suggested to use when an asset or a network is not integrated inside Ledger Live. So Adventurous, if all your assets that you manage with your Ledger are supported by Ledger Live, then you don't need to use third-party app. Again, it's also safe to use it, but if you don't need to use it, then you don't need to create any extra issues with this.
True. The only other situation where you might need a third-party wallet is like if there is an issue on Ledger Live, you're trying to access a particular feature like Solana, like we discussed like a minute ago. If you can't unstake on Solana, for example, well, you can still access the same account via a third-party wallet like Solflare or Phantom, and then do the unstaking there, right? Perfectly safe.
Yep. Crypto Ghost is saying, I've had many issues with my Ledger and Phantom, but I fixed it by syncing my wallet with Solflare. Yeah, so Solflare is like preferred for me as well, personally, of course. But you can also use Backpack. It's also a new wallet that is supporting Ledger, and people are using it to manage the Solana as well. So give it a try if you haven't already.
Yeah.
Next is Mike. He's saying, I know about scams and I didn't click any links, and you need customer service. I didn't give anybody my private keys. Where is it? I know about the scams and I didn't click any links. So Mike, there could be like, of course you'll not actually know that you're clicking it. You just must be tricked into like giving out your 24-word seed phrase, or maybe signing a malicious smart contract transaction. And those are the only few ways that you can lose your assets, or if someone has access to your device and the PIN. So if these are the three scenarios in which you can lose your assets, or else as long as nothing is being compromised, your assets should be with you. But yeah.
And if you need customer support, to be clear, Mike, you can also reach out to us, right? So you would go to support.ledger.com. I'll just drop the link for you in the chat. And this is this page, right? So this is the help center. Once on the help center, you can click contact us here. You start a new conversation, you explain the issue, and then you'll be given the opportunity to send an email or get in touch with a live agent if live chat is available at that moment.
Yep.
And then you can explain what happened. But as Prince was saying, like it is true, we see a lot of those cases. Like we've been in the company for a long time. Eventually, you always find out that it was the recovery phrase that was somehow accessed by someone, or sometimes accidentally like given to a scammer. or someone has access to your ledger device. I've seen that a few times, but it's
Not
rare.
stored on any online
Yeah.
Google Drive or something like that. That can be hacked, and then that way your private keys could be exposed as well.
Sometimes, yeah. I've had a case, just to give you an example, like in the past, where this gentleman had taken a picture of their recovery phrase with their phone as a backup, right? And they had downloaded a game that was malicious on their phone. And the game one day asked for access to the photo gallery, and this way they were able to access the recovery phrase that was as a picture in the gallery. And so, there's many different ways that people can get scammed that don't necessarily involve like actively giving someone the recovery phrase, but that happens. That scammers are really, really good, unfortunately, at getting private keys out of people. So that's why we keep repeating the same thing and preaching the gospel of never share your phrase, never create a digital copy of it, make sure no one has access. Also, like, make sure not to blind-sign, because you might blind-sign a malicious transaction. It's hard. It's hard.
Next is Angel is asking, what about HBAR address management on mobile app? I don't know if there is an issue with HBAR address.
I'm not sure. Yeah, pretty just gonna check.
Angel, if you can explain your issue in a bit more, describe your request in a bit more detail, so then it will be easier for us to reply to you.
Maybe they mean like an address book, like one of those features. But if it's HBAR, just to be clear, HBAR. Yeah, we do support HBAR on mobile as well. Yeah.
Angel, again, if you can describe your issue in a bit more detail, then it would be helpful for us to reply to you. Crypto Ghost is saying 100 years from now, is 24-volt seed format on Ledger wallet now still compatible with the latest wallet by that time? And when? Okay, so for now, I think the answer would be yes, because all the nanos that you have used since its inception are still, the seed phrase generated by those devices are still accepted by the latest device that we have today. So for now the answer is yes, but in future if there's a big change in the technology or how hardware wallet works in general, then we might be looking at some different seed phrase. But for now, I think it looks the same.
Yeah, I think the BIP 39 standard, right, which is the foundation of all those seed phrases, it's a fairly robust foundation for seed phrases, and it's very likely that this will continue, and the BIP 39 phrases will still be compatible with wallets in general, not just Ledger, but also like within the industry. It's possible that in 100 years, if quantum computing does advance to a level where they can decrypt cryptography, maybe there will be a more robust standard that is not BIP 39, but who knows? Like, we're just speculating here, but you're fine, right? Don't worry.
Next is Darius is asking, when will Polkadot nominate button work? So I think you have updated your app to the latest version, Darius, and some users have reported that the new app has caused them issues with staking and nominating their dots. Our teams are working on it. For now, there is a workaround is to use a third-party app. So I'm just linking the Help Center article that you can refer to and follow the steps and connect your device to a third-party app called Talisman, and then you'll be able to manage your dots via Talisman. Next is Red is asking, just got into live. What's the update on Stacks? I saw the article saying it will ship next month.
Keep an eye on your inbox if you pre-order it, because we are going to send some communication soon. But just a little more patience. I know it's been a long time, but there's going to be some communication soon. So next time we send you an email, that email will have the batch in which your device will be shipped.
Angel is described his question is that when using Ledger Live mobile app, it does not allow transactions, only allow transactions on the desktop version.
Interesting. I can check.
So Angel, make sure that you're on the latest app version, that is 3.42. So make sure you go in settings and about to check if you're not on the latest version, because all the issues relating to HBAR has been resolved with the latest version. So make sure to update your app to the latest version. And if the issue still persists, then it could be.
I see transaction on my own device, right? I've got the option to send and receive, so it's probably like Prince said, like you've got an old version of the app. Make sure you might have to do it manually, right? Because some, especially if you have an old OS on your phone, maybe the updates don't get, manually trigger, like automatically trigger. So you have to actively go into the App Store or the Play Store and just download the next version.
Next is John is asking, can we save TON and TON related meme coins on Ledger?
Yeah, you can, but you need to use a third-party wallet called MyTon Wallet, and we have documentation here. Yeah, TON has been pumping recently, so a lot of people want to know about. And I think this wallet. So here, we've got this Help Center article here. It's very detailed
and a video tutorial as well.
Yeah, and that supports like a bunch of stuff, including like coins, including meme coins, tokens, and I think NFTs as well. But you might want to double check that. But yeah, that was John, right? Yeah, John. Oops. I'll drop the link for you in the chat, John, so you can take a look at it whenever you can. Okay.
Next is Crypto Ghost is asking, is Ledger safe from quantum computing then?
Yeah. I mean, quantum computing is still very early stages, right? So of course there is always the, it's a bit like the scary headline, like quantum computing could, in theory, in the future, start decrypting cryptography, which, yes, it's possible, but at the same time, we'll know when quantum computing gets closer to this capability of doing it. And there's ways you can modify cryptography as well to make it quantum resistant. So that shouldn't be an issue. That's also one of the reasons why you need to keep your Ledger device up to date, because let's say, for example, in 50 years, there is some, quantum cryptography is really good and can decrypt Bitcoin addresses, right? Can reverse a public address into a private key. Then, we'll probably have a firmware update and an update to the Bitcoin app that will allow you to create accounts that are quantum resistant, right? So, security is always a process, right? There is nothing that's static. So yeah, that's why companies like Ledger exist.
Okay, Angel saying thank you. I'm reviewing it now. So maybe check for if the app is updated, and you can find it on latest App Store and Play Store to see if the latest version is available to you. Crypto Ghost is asking why Ledger Wallet X has many issues while latest Ledger Wallet hasn't. I mean, he's referring to Nano S Plus, I guess. It depends. Like, it's not everyone has an issue. Depends. Some people have issue with battery and Bluetooth. So because that's the two features that Nano X offers. So of course Nano X has those kind of issues from time to time compared to Nano S because it does not have any battery or Bluetooth. So yeah.
Also, I think the battery is a big one because the battery on your Nano X hates being completely drained, right? It's like a phone, right? So a Nano X is the Nano X is a device that's designed to be used often because of the battery. If you let the Nano X, if you leave it on a drawer, right, sit for like years and years and years, and the battery can die, and that's one of the reasons why you're seeing more issues with the battery. Was the Nano S Plus doesn't have this issue because it doesn't have a battery, so it's more suitable for cold storage where you just put the Nano S away in a safe for like years and years and years. But the Nano X is more designed in this philosophy of being used often. Yeah, if that makes sense.
Yep. And next is Rock is asking, can XTC be moved over yet or without the third-party app? Unfortunately, not yet, Rock, but maybe in future once we do support XTC directly in Ledger Live.
That was the last question?
Yep, that was the last question. So I guess we can wrap it up if there is no more questions, guys. But if you guys want to drop any last minute questions that you want to ask.
There is one. Will Ledger work without the battery? Is it fixable via do-it-yourself? So yes, it will work without the battery. You can still, you plug it in and then it will work. You will get the power through the cord. Is it fixable via do-it-yourself? Yes, but you might risk damaging the device or the secure elements and destroy your private keys. So not recommended. I would say,
But you can try the troubleshooting steps that I'm just linking now, which fixes 99% of all the battery issues.
For sure. Do it yourself, don't do it, and also that will void the warranty. So something else to consider. Like, don't do it unless you have a backup device and you don't mind destroying your Nano X.
Adventure is asking, I have a Nano S 2 years old. Should I change it or no worries? So in terms of security, there's nothing to worry about adventurous. But of course, in terms of convenience and how we want to use the device, we'd suggest upgrading it to Nano S Plus at least, because it has a better screen, more storage capacity. So you don't have to uninstall and reinstall the apps. But if you're only using limited number of crypto apps, then yeah, your security-wise, Nano S is still pretty secure compared to all the other three devices.
Okay, I guess we can wrap it up.
Yep.
Thank you so much, guys. I hope you enjoyed the session. We'll be back next Tuesday, Prince and I. Felix from the CS team as well will be live on Thursday, 4:30 p.m. CET. That's Paris time. And I'll be live solo on Monday next week as well, 4:30 p.m. CET. That's Paris time. It's easy to remember. All the lives are done at 4:30 p.m. CET, aka Paris time. On Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And we might bring back the US streams as well. In the future. For now, thank you so much. Thank you for all the questions. And
please do not share 24-word seed phrase. And if you have any questions, then reach out to us via social channels where you're not scammed easily. For example, YouTube or let's say Discord, for example. And just don't fall for any scams, guys. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.